How you doing there, guys? This is Nick. I'm coming at you with another review of a red dot today. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but I've been testing new equipment, and so I'll have a few reviews, including a new gun review, rail review, etc., etc. So today we're going to be starting off with the red dot. This is the Vortex Strikefire 2, of course made by Vortex Optics. It is a 4 MOA red dot system. They boast is shock, water, and fog proof, so that's pretty cool. Move the camera there. So without further ado, let's get into the review, and I'll tell you all about it. So, first thing about this red dot is that it does live up to my standards. I will tell you right now that yes, I think you should buy this red dot. It is definitely the best one I've ever owned. So, besides my aim point, and this is pretty on par with that particular optic, except for the battery life. But I mean, 50,000 hours battery life out of a CR123. They did have to, of course, bring down some specs with that one. So, 4 MOA red dot that you can also change the color to. It's a little foggy there, but yes, that is the color and the size of the dot. You can also change the dot to green by holding down this bottom button here if you prefer that green color. Personally, I prefer the red because I just feel it works best. Now, something that they really did push on this optic is main features that's parallax free. That's pretty cool. So it's hard to tell, but if you notice as I move that red dot, well, the actual optic itself, that optic, the little dot there just kind of stays put. I have tested this by dropping it, kicking it, yada yada, my usual back and forth with how I treat my optics, and it has lasted, held 0 on my gun, and not busted, run out of battery, or anything like that. In fact, this has the original battery in it that came with the optic when I got it, and voila, still got battery life in it. Speaking of battery life, the battery life expectancy of this particular optic is actually 300 hours, which is pretty nice, and that's on I believe it's a 7th setting. This one does come with, I believe, what is 10 or 12 settings. I know that the bottom 2 are night vision compatible, so turn it all the way down. There we go. So that is the lowest setting, and then one more up. That's night vision compatible, and then from there, they just get super bright. A little bit bright to use in your nods, but if you're going to use it for that, then this one does work for that. Each click is a half MOA adjustment. So one click up, one half MOA up. An MOA is, I believe it's 1 inch at 100 yards. So just keep that in mind when you're sighting it in. Right out of the box, of course, it comes with a battery, cleaning kit, manual, and this mount. This is a lower 1/3 co-witness mount, so you will have your iron sights co-witnessed in the lower 1/3 section here of the optic, so that they're not getting in your way. It also comes, of course, with these scope caps. They're decent scope caps. I haven't had any problems with them. Some people take them off, some people leaving them on. I'm leaving them on for now to see if it really makes a difference. So you do have a 30mm tube up front, and I believe this one back here is, gosh, I want to say it's either 28 or 29mm in the rear, but having the big open lens up front versus that small one in the back is pretty cool because it gives you a pretty wide field of view up here, and you're not off, like if you go off to the side here, you're not seeing the inside of your optic too much, and that's pretty nifty. So on a scale of 1 to 10, guys, I'd probably have to rate this guy like a full-on 9.5, because the only thing I don't like about it is probably the dot size. I wish they could have made it just a little bit smaller, a 2 MOA dot, but again, you've probably got to make some price adjustment points in there, and the dot size is probably not the most important of them. Also, the battery life, 300 hours isn't much, but it's, like I said, it's lasted me ever since I got this. This retails for about $169. That's what I paid for it at Shipton's Big R. I would definitely recommend buying this guy because it's been tough and reliable for me ever since I got it. So that's important. The most important thing about your gear and about your rifle is that it needs to be reliable, and this is going to be a good add-on to it. So thank you for watching, guys, and you all have a nice day. And remember, the second protects the first. Have a good one.